Hello everybody, this is Toys R Us, and for this new figure unboxing and review we're going to be looking at the Studio Series number 99 Rise of the Beasts Voyager class battletrap figure. So what we're going to do this video, we're going to unbox him live in a second, have a look at the entire contents of the packaging. I'm going to have a detailed look at him in both of his modes to help you decide how you want to display him. Now, there isn't another battletrap figure in the Studio Series toy line, but there is, and just for a bit of fun, this is his Generation 1 incarnation, which is something completely different. We can have a little bit more of a look at that later on. And again, this is my first Studio Series Rise of the Beasts figures. So what we can do for some size comparisons and some ideas is we can have a look at some other Studio Series figures, even though they're from other toy lines, just again to give you an idea of how big and how well he scales. So again, excited for this figure. I just think it looks really good. In fact, I'm excited for the movie, to be honest, which makes a change. I think this one looks really good. We can also see here that it's a licensed GM truck. We've got the official sticker there. It looks like it's going to be quite intricate. Most of the Studio Series figures, to be honest, are quite intricate, and sometimes that makes the transformation process that little bit more difficult. We've got a lovely image there, obviously taken from his on-screen appearance. I have quickly had him out of the box already, just to have a quick look at him. And there we've got Studio Series 99 with what I believe to be a bit of an error there. We've got the Decepticon insignia there, where of course he is a Terracon. Right, so as I said, I've already opened him up. Let's just quickly take him out of the packaging there. And the reason why I've took him out of the packaging is just again to get a bit of experience with him, because he looks stunning, and it's something that I've been really excited to have a look at. I've had a quick look on TF Wiki as well, and I believe that this is a scene from the museum. Again, it's hard to say exactly because of course we haven't seen the movie just yet. So what we're going to do with this video then, we're going to do some first impressions first and foremost. Let's get rid of the reflection there, and then we'll have a look at him in his alternate mode. I'm just going to quickly cut his accessory off, which is here, which is a mace. And in fact, I've got a bulkhead as well. I believe it's a different mace, so we can just confirm that in a second. So yeah, as you can see, I think he looks really good. For those of you who don't collect Studio Series, or you don't appreciate, or in fact if you don't even really like the movie figures, the main differences, which I sort of want to show you in a second, is that, to be honest, I think there's a little bit more attention to detail with these figures compared to the standard ones. And there's nothing against them. I'm going to show you these in a second. So this is obviously a standard mainline Voyager figure, which again looks great, but you'll see what I mean by this. Let me just separate his legs. This is of course how he comes packaged in the box. Oh, I've knocked over twin cast. Let's leave him there. And what we can do, I'm going to fold these back, but what I quickly just want to sort of show you is the attention to detail between them. You can see there's loads more molding effects on these, and in fact that's exactly what I'm going to show you now with first impressions. So the head sculpt is stunning. It really is very good. Look at all the detail going on in there. You've got 3-4 colors, loads of molding details. You've got this on a mushroom, or is it a mushroom? I'm not too sure, but anyway, you've got full articulation up and down, side to side. The shoulders as well, brilliant articulation. These at the back rotate as well. You've got a shoulder swivel underneath. You've even got a shoulder flexion there, which is a bit high up for the bicep. There's no wrist swivel, unfortunately. This is obviously part of the back of the truck, which by the looks of it, we can hide sort of behind the back. How do they give it in the picture? Yeah, they just sort of fold it underneath the back of the forearm there as well. There is a waist swivel, and while we're here, I mean, look, just look at the detail here on the bumper. It's exactly that. It's really detailed. All the molding intricacies on it, the spikes, these are hard plastic, by the way. The detail on it, as I say, is they just do that for some reason with the Studio Series. They just pay that little bit more attention to detail, a bit like Jaxus. Obviously how detailed that was at the bottom of his legs. They do that with all of these figures. Lovely translucent orange around the back. Not too many gaps either, to be honest. There's a teeny bit of a gap there, but it could be far worse. Forearms haven't got any gaps in them either. Yeah, I'm sure you'll agree, he looks great, even with the headlights there. And the accessory I've just picked up here, that's a really detailed mace. You've got a chain in and around the side. So just very quickly, I did pick up bulkhead as well, just quickly to show. In fact, there's no point even taking it off his hand. You can see straight away just how different it is. Bulkheads is a bit bigger, to be honest, but it's not even in the same league. It's completely different. So last few things to check out with this. There's all the details there coming into the legs, everything. Look, the molding detail on this guy is crazy. I don't think there's much more to say about this guy, to be honest, not in the first impressions anyway. What we need to do then is we need to come back, have a look at him in his alternate mode before coming back for the final segment and seeing how he looks in displays with other Studio Series figures. Okay then, so we're back and he's in his alternate mode already. Quick apologies for the transformation process on this video. That is for a couple of reasons. One is to keep the main length of the video down, and the second is not to spoil it for anybody who doesn't want it spoiling for themselves. However, if you want to see it, it has been separately uploaded as a tutorial video. Now the alternate mode I think is brilliant. I think it looks really, really good, and as I've said, it just really accentuates everything what I said about the detail that they put into these Studio Series figures. You can see the wheels go around completely unrestricted, no problems whatsoever, even though you've got this bit, I don't want to call it kibble, but you've got this sort of, well, that's his feet that are all tucked underneath. If I want to be really picky and really pedantic, it looks, I don't know if it may look a little mistransformed, but I can't get these to be pushed in any more than what they are. So it does come out just or protrude to the side just a teeny little bit. The other thing as well is this doesn't always attach together perfectly, but it will do in a second when I attach the mace, which I'll show you in a second. Now the good thing is though, again, the translucent orange looks amazing, and on the light bar there it just looks, I suppose it looks exactly what it's supposed to. You know, it's called the Terracon. Let's be honest, it looks menacing, it looks like an evil truck. It does look exactly, again, exactly what it's supposed to. The Bernies on the side is still a bit of a mystery until we watch the actual film, and as I say, these do sometimes come apart, but what you've got here is them two tabs, and if you open up the mace like so, you can see you've got a slot either side, and then this is going to fit. He says, I've not done this yet. I've not done this yet. Let's have a look. It looks like it's going, yeah, there you go, and that's much better. In the transformation process video, I also say that this does come apart quite easily, but now you attach that, it doesn't whatsoever. It looks like I just need to straighten that out as well. Sometimes the roof's popping off as well, but to be fair, this is a really good looking alternate mode. Again, it looks like there's some rust on there. Hopefully, again, I'm doing this some justice because there's quite a bit of light reflecting, etc. from these, which does look really, really nice. And yeah, there's not much more to say about this, is there? Let's have a quick look how he compares to a deluxe size figure. So he's quite a bit bigger there in Jolt, a little bit longer in length, but obviously much thicker, etc. Yeah, much more chunky, to be honest. Right, not much more to say about him in this particular mode. Let's come back for the final time and do some more comparisons. Okay then, back for the final time with him in his robot mode, and let's have a quick look at some display ideas with him. Just one quick thing I do want to point out is that it's not really a big issue, but with this, mine tends to keep coming off the back a few times, and that's because unfortunately this whole back portion is just held in via these tiny two little tabs. Again, you can see this in a bit more detail if you want to in the transformation process video, but they do tend to pop off very, very easy, even though they line up and just go in. However, you can see with this, it's still popping off, but it's not too detrimental, because once it's in, even if it's off like that, it's not too detrimental at all. It's just something I wanted to point out to yourselves. Right, so with regards to the mace, you can see we've got the 5mm peg there. So what we can do is we can pop this straight in his hand and clasp that over, and that gives him a different look altogether straight away. Really good. As I said in the truck mode at the beginning, you know, really menacing sort of looking, exactly I suppose what you wanted him to look like. I've got the backdrop back here, and again I believe this is from Attack at the Museum, but again we still don't know. These backdrops, they're very nice, you know, they're robust, they're good, but I don't know anybody, to be honest, who actually uses them as a display feature with these backboards. But anyway, let's take that away and just get rid of the glare quickly. So as I said, no more unfortunate Rise of the Beast figures as of yet, but here's a Voyager class Soundwave from the Bumblebee movie, just to give you an idea. In fact, he looks quite a bit bigger, doesn't he? He really does. Then we've got a deluxe Bumblebee from the same movie, so you can see he's towering above him. Again, I'll do some better comparisons with these when I get more Rise of the Beasts figures. With regards to some other figures which aren't in the studio series, so there's a deluxe mainline figure. There's a Voyager class mainline figure, so you know he really does hold his own with regards to the size and especially the detail, to be honest, especially the detail on him. He's hands down the most detailed one. Yeah, probably out of all of these, to be fair. Right, as I pop these away, one more quick thing again, just for a little bit of fun. Even though this, as I say, it's got the same name, and this is the Terracon version of him. This is Battletrap from Generation 1, which was a Duocon, and indeed is absolutely nothing like this figure. Anyway, I'm going to bring this to a close now, and the main thing I've got to say is this is my first, obviously, again, first experience Rise of the Beast figures, and if this is anything to go by, I'm really excited for the rest of the toy line. I think it looks great, the detail's brilliant, the transformation process for me was really quite pleasant. Some of the ones are really quite difficult, and I think needlessly too difficult, whereas with this one it's not at all. It's quite pleasant. If you want to watch it, check it out. Huge thanks to Robot Recruits, the online UK shop which I purchased this from. Only slight negative might be that gap there, but otherwise this is a stunning figure. Let me know what you think of him in the comments, guys. Take care.